Welcome to this session, students. Now, today we will discuss what kinds of civil suits can be filed in the court with regard to mortgage. Now, Order 34 of CPC is dealing with suits relating to mortgages of immovable property. Now, suits can be suit for sale of the property, suit for foreclosure. Now, in what cases we can file a suit for foreclosure or suit for sale? You may not write anything. I will dictate each and everything. First of all, you have to understand that what is a mortgage. First of all, let me give you one example. You may not write anything because we will discuss each and everything later on. Firstly, simply understand here. Now, suppose A was owner of a plot and he took loan of rupees 5 lakh from B. Now B will demand some security. Now A, he has executed a document whereby he has written in that document that he is taking rupees 5 lakh from B and he will return it within 10 years, within 5 years. And if he could not return this B, he can get the property sold. He can file a suit for sale. Now here we will say that this is a mortgage. It is a mortgage deed. And this debt is a secured debt. Secured debt means B is having some security in his favor. Now, whenever this mortgage deed is written, now it must be registered also. Document which is called mortgage deed, it must be attested at least by 2 witnesses. And it must be registered as per section 59 of TPA. Now, in this case, this 5 lakh will be known as mortgage money. Now, this A, he will be known as mortgager. B will be known as mortgagee. Now, in this case, the owner, he can always file a civil suit for redeeming the property, for removing the mortgage from the property. Now, B, in such a situation, B can file a civil suit for sale of this property if he does not return that money. With regard to mortgages, Order 34 lays down that civil suit can be filed for redemption, for foreclosure, for sale. But in order to understand this Order 34, we have to understand what types of mortgages are there. Now, this can only be seen from the TPA because Section 58 of Transfer of Property Act lays down that how many kinds of mortgages may be there and what type of civil suit can be filed. Now, whatever I have discussed with you on the board, now this will be called as a simple mortgage. Now, simple mortgage, you may not take the trouble to write anything. Understand that. I will dictate you each and everything. Now, simple mortgage mean when a mortgage deed has been written and it is registered It has been signed by the mortgager and by taking money. Now that is simple mortgage. Now in simple mortgage, the possession of the property always remains with the owner. The possession is not transferred to other person. Now in such type of simple mortgage, suit for sale can be filed by this mortgagee, and mortgagee may fix the personal liability of A also. Now this is simple mortgage. Now there are other mortgage. Now it is say usufructuary mortgage. Now let us see turn by turn next mortgage. Now next mortgage is mortgage by conditional sale. Let us see what is mortgage by conditional sale. Mortgage by conditional sale mean in the mortgage itself, it has been written that if A, the owner, could not return the money within that period, then the document which has been executed, it will be treated to be the sale. And there is no need to write anything more. But if he makes the payment, then that document will become void. It will become useless. Now, in that case, if this is a mortgage by conditional sale, suit for foreclosure can be filed. Now, suit for sale cannot be filed. It is a suit for foreclosure. In foreclosure suit, how the procedure is that B will come to the court and he will file a civil suit against A by making the prayer that A failed to make the payment of this loan. Therefore, this A should be debarred from redeeming this property. In other words, now B wants to become an owner because he has not made he has not returned money. Therefore, in such a case, when A failed to return the money, he will become owner on the basis of sale. Sale is already there. There is no need to write another sale deed, but simply he is taking the order in suit for foreclosure from the court that this owner is debarred from redeeming the property in future. Now, this is mortgage by conditional sale. Now, such a sale, such a document will become effective only if he takes the decree for foreclosure, debarring this owner from redeeming this property. Now, in such type of cases, mortgage by conditional sale, possession may be given or possession may not be given to the party. That is not essential. Now, let us see next type of mortgages. Now, usufructuary mortgage, another very, very important types of mortgage. Usufructuary mortgage mean when a mortgage deed has been written, it is duly registered, and the possession is given to the mortgagee for using it till the payment is made. Now that is called usufructuary mortgage. Now usufructuary mortgage, in a usufructuary mortgage, the mortgagee cannot file a civil suit for sale. He cannot file a civil suit for foreclosure. Why? Because he is having the property. He is using the property. He is getting the fruit of property. But mortgager, he is always eligible. He is always eligible for getting the property redeemed at any time, because Now, this type of mortgage was discussed in detail. Yes, in detail, and question came before our own High Court also and Honorable Supreme Court also. Now, there were two authorities of Honorable High Court and Honorable Supreme Court. Now, this Ram Kishan versus Shivram, it was 3 judges were there in Punjab. And then this matter was also discussed by Supreme Court, that what is usufructuary mortgage and what is the period of limitation. And Honorable High Court and Honorable Supreme Court has laid down that once a mortgage is always mortgage and it is always redeemable. The mortgagee, he cannot claim, he cannot file a suit that he has become owner even after the lapse of 50 years, even after the lapse of 80 years. The mortgagee will not become the owner. It means that this proverb, this maxim comes here, that once mortgage, always mortgage. Now, this question, this was laid down in Ram Kishan versus Shivram by High Court in full bench, and Honorable Supreme Court also. Same thing was discussed there. No doubt, the period of limitation for filing suit for redemption is 30 years. But in these cases, Honorable High Court and Honorable Supreme Court, they made it clear that in usufructuary mortgage, there is no period of limitation. At any time, the mortgager can get it redeemed, but mortgagee cannot file any type of suit to claim anything in that property. Now, let us see next type of mortgage. Now, mortgage by deposit of title deed. Now, this type of mortgage by deposit of title deed is the only type where no document is written, where document is not required to be attested, required to be registered. Otherwise, mortgage deed is always liable to be registered. Only then that is the valid document. But this is the type mortgage by deposit of title, where what should be done? The sale deed. Sale deed is handed over to the mortgagee as a security, and loan is taken from him. Therefore, the documents like sale deed is deposited with the mortgagee simply. Mortgagee keeps that document, and this type of mortgage is completed. Now, this type of mortgage is treated to be the simple mortgage, and the mortgager, in that case, he is always entitled to redeem the property. But the mortgagee, he can file a civil suit for sale of the property if the mortgager fails to do that. Now, this type of mortgage by deposit of title was well familiar in Calcutta, Madras, Bombay. But in Punjab also, this type of mortgage is familiar with many, say, the borrower, wherever the loan is taken, then the documents are kept by the person who is giving loan. Now, this is known as equitable mortgage. Equitable mortgage. Now, in that mortgage also, both the parties, they can come to the court. Now, mortgager, he can redeem the property by filing a civil suit under the provisions of CPC. And this mortgagee, he can file a civil suit for sale. Yes, let us see now next type of mortgage. Now, there may be English mortgage. Now, in English mortgage, Now, this type of mortgage is well familiar with Christians or Jews. Now, Hindus, Buddhists, they are not executing such type of mortgage because this is familiar only with the Christian and Jews. And this is also just like a sale deed, that if the loan is returned by the mortgager, then he can get the property redeemed. Otherwise, it will be just like a sale. Now, mortgagee here also can file a civil suit for sale. He can also file a civil suit for sale under Order 34. What we are discussing, that what type of civil suit can be filed under Order 34 with regard to mortgages of property. Let us see, there is another type. Now, the anomalous mortgage. Now, anomalous mortgage mean which is neither usufructuary mortgage nor mortgage by deposit of title, nor it is mortgage by conditional sale. Thus, nor it is a simple. Anomalous mean which is containing the ingredient of two or more than two mortgages. For example, now A, he is owner, he has mortgaged the property to B, and he has given the possession also to B. Now, up to this, it is a usufructuary mortgage. But suppose if in the mortgage deed it is written that B, he can file a civil suit for foreclosure. Now, then we will say it is not usufructuary because conditions of usufructuary mortgage are not fulfilled. Rather, it is containing ingredients of two types of mortgage, usufructuary and mortgage by conditional sale. Therefore, if these types of conditions are there, then it will not be usufructuary. It will not be mortgage by conditional sale. It will be anomalous. Now, in anomalous mortgage, the mortgagee is entitled to file a suit for foreclosure and for sale also. Otherwise, in this mortgage by conditional sale, suit for foreclosure is filed only. The mortgagee cannot file a civil suit for sale. But here, in anomalous mortgage, the mortgagee is entitled either to file a suit for sale of the property or to file a civil suit for foreclosure of the. Now let us see, there is another seventh type of mortgage. That is a simple charge, we can say. We have discussed this charge in section 27 of Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act. What section 27 of Hindu Adoption and Maintenance says? It says that dependents of deceased are entitled to claim maintenance, and such maintenance can be made as a charge on the property. Now, such a charge is also treated to be the simple mortgage as per section 100 of TP. No doubt it is a charge, but it is a simple mortgage also. It means in case of charge, in case of a charge which has been created on the property, that is also simple mortgage. Here also, a suit for sale can be filed, or suit for redemption can also be filed under the provisions of Order 34. Yes, students, now this was about all types of mortgages. Now, what type of relief can be claimed under Order 34? Whenever a suit for foreclosure is filed, the court will determine that what is the amount due to the mortgagee, and it will not directly pass a decree in foreclosure suit debarring the mortgagor from redeeming the property in future. Rather, the court will calculate all the amounts, all the dues. Then it will ask the mortgagor that this amount is outstanding against you. You make this payment within the period of two months, 3 months, maximum 6 months. Now, if he deposits that money, then decree will be passed in his favor, in the favor of defendant, that the mortgage will be discharged and the mortgagee will take the money, whatever he has deposited, and such a sale deed, which is such a mortgage deed, which is to be treated to be the sale deed, should be treated to be cancelled. Or he may be asked to retransfer the property to the mortgager. Now, similarly, in all types of mortgage, even if the suit for redemption has been filed, the court will determine that this is the amount outstanding against the mortgagor, and he will be given some time to make the payment. If he makes the payment, then of course the decree will be passed against in his favor, and defendant will be asked to redeem the property, to discharge the burden on the property in the shape of mortgage. Yes, students, these were the types of all the mortgages.